Now, the hoopla and carefree joy of a bygone age. Tonight, we have travelled back in time.
It's still 4 months until the general election, but today the first poster by the Conservatives was unveiled in Yorkshire by David Cameron with the slogan, "Let's divert attention from child benefit cuts."
Also tonight, as the Pope blames selfies for climate change, the chief executive of Volkswagen has been spewing ash and smoke in a series of eruptions.
According to the hype, it is the fight of the century. Jeremy Clarkson is bullying the public for money. Richard Hammond and James May lobbed a wad of cigarette packets in his direction in a desperate attempt to stop him. But Jeremy Clarkson hit 100 men, women and children. It was, he said, probably the best day of his life.
Comedian Russell Brand, who recently interviewed Ed Miliband, has given his backing to his older brother. Ed Miliband has told the BBC that he will take a break to work with Eric Clapton and U2.
Also on tonight's programme, Karl Marx, scraping together just enough nominations to join the Labour leadership contest. Hope Jeremy Corbyn doesn't get any ideas.
Nick Clegg, the former Deputy Prime Minister, has told the Lib Dems he's shrinking. He then faked his own death to be replaced by a previously unknown human-like species. By the way, we learned today that UKIP's Nigel Farage is to change the European Union referendum question. So, voters will now be asked the following question. Should the United Kingdom insult or ridicule the EU? The response would be either insult or ridicule.
Also tonight, NHS England is in its worst financial state for a generation. And today, the Health Secretary, Jeremy Hunt, announced the body's own immune system has today been put into special measures.
Our top story this evening. David Cameron has sent a naked photo of himself to more than 3,500 pig farms.
Now, if you go to a football match, you expect to see the action on the pitch. Well, that's not the case, unless a ransom of $200 million is paid to Sepp Blatter. Football's governing body, Fifa, has announced tonight that it's not fit for a rubbish dump.
Well, some breaking news now, and in the last few minutes, Home Secretary Theresa May, Chancellor George Osborne and the London Mayor Boris Johnson went to the door of number 10.
But David Cameron claimed not to have heard the doorbell.
Now, if the United States has seen the worst of human nature, unfortunately, it might be about to get worse. We could one day be saying the words, President Trump. Tonight, Republican presidential contender Donald Trump said no more Muslims should be allowed to ignore him. But someone did finally manage to shut Donald Trump up today. Professor Stephen Hawking has told News at 10 that Donald Trump is a prick.
David Cameron has admitted the government are vampires.
And yes, David Cameron has said he's delighted to have bitten an official's ear.
Tonight, late at night, it's dinner time. And the Work and Pension Secretary, Ian Duncan-Smith, has brought along the sweet blood of Britain's poorest hard-working families.
I'm sorry about that. Let's move on to one of the other stories. The UK has become the first country in the world to offer Stella Artois to all babies.
That's all from us. Bye-bye.